What is up, y'all, and welcome to another Ace-based math video. Today, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo by serving up some algebra with a side of tortillas. And before we get started, we have to be clear. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. Cinco de Mayo commemorates the Batalla de Puebla, where the Mexican army defeated the French army. Now we can get started. We need some tortilla mix, a tortilla press, and somewhere to mix the mix in the water. We have to make sure that we're using the correct proportions of maseca to water. Now we put it all together in our bowl. We make sure our hands are nice and clean. And we start to mix. This should take about 2 to 4 minutes. You want to have a nice Play-Doh consistency as you do this. And as I do this, I want to share a little bit about the magic of the tortilla. The people that I come from, my ancestors, and maybe yours as well, figured out that to unlock the nutrition within the corn, they had to go through this process of nixtamalization. And what they did is that they mixed the water that they would rinse the corn in with ashes, which created an alkaline solution which made the kernel of the corn easier to remove. It made those nutrients in the corn more available for human digestion. That's just another example of how wise our ancestors were. And shout out to all the women in my life, and I'm sure in many of yours, that have passed this tradition down from generation to generation. Shout out to my mom, my abuela, and my tia Rosie for holding down this tradition throughout the years. So after we get the consistency we're looking for, again, kind of a Play-Doh consistency, we start making these little balls. I'm gonna cut up this plastic bag and use it to keep the dough from sticking to my tortilla press. We place our plastic and we firmly but gently press down on the dough. Make sure not to press too much, otherwise the tortilla gets broken up. Now we grease up our comal, we start cooking. You want the tortilla to be firm and cooked, but also soft by the time you flip it over. And here is our finished product, a nice stack of freshly made corn tortillas. All right, I know what you're thinking. When are we gonna get to the math? I want some math. Here we go. So the same way we can build these tortillas one by one to make a stack, we can take a variable and perform operations on top of it. And these operations stack up to create an algebraic expression. For example, we can take the variable x and perform the operation of plus 6 on that variable. We can then perform another operation of division by 2. Lastly, we can perform the operation of subtracting 1. And we can say that that expression is going to be equal to 6. Now the question is, what is the solution to this equation? Or in other words, what value of x makes this a true statement? To find the solution, we have to invert all of our operations. We're going to do everything in reverse. We're going to unstack this algebraic expression. We're going to take that 6 that's on the opposite side of the equal sign to our expression, and we're going to perform the inverse operations on it from the last operation we did to the first. We're going to start off by inverting this minus 1 to a plus 1. We simplify that, and we continue to the next operation. We're going to go from dividing 2 to the inverted operation, which is multiply by 2. We simplify that again, and we move on to the next operation. Instead of adding 6, we're going to do the inverse operation, which is to subtract 6. And by doing this, we arrive at our solution, which is x equal to 8. Now we can check that our solution is correct by substituting this x equal to 8 back into our original algebraic equation. And by simplifying, we see that this is indeed the correct solution. Now, if you want to try this at home without having to make the tortillas, you can do it using a stack of Post-its or some cardstock. Feliz Cinco de Mayo, y'all. And remember to like and subscribe for more math activities like this one.